Hello everyone and welcome to another session of Data Popcorn. My name is Cecilia Esparza. I am a data analyst from Spain and today I'm here to show you how to enhance your visualizations by creating a zoom effect in Power BI. We are going to work with a set of simulated data representing the percentage of calls answered in a call center. Contact centers typically work with a target for the proportion of answered calls, and this target is usually set at 95%. If everything is working properly, the actual percentage of answered calls will generally be close to the target. Let's look at our example. When we create a chart in Power BI, for example, a line chart like this, the y-axis doesn't usually start at 0. It's typically truncated and starts at a value close to the minimum. This truncation of the axis can be tricky because if the users of our report don't pay attention to the y-axis, they can assume that the difference between the results is bigger than it really is. We can lose perspective about the magnitude of the difference. We can solve this by forcing our y-axis to start at 0, but as I mentioned earlier, the percentage of answered calls in call centers typically hovers around 95%. While this approach allows us to see the true magnitude of percentage changes, we sacrifice visual detail that is often useful for analysis. To address this challenge, we can provide our users with the flexibility to choose how they want to y-axis be represented. Let's see how we can accomplish this in Power BI. First, we need to create a new table in our model. We have to go to the Enter Data option and introduce manually two data in the table. Just the words zoom and no zoom. This will be a disconnected table because we won't establish any relationship with the other tables in our model. Here we have the new table disconnected from the others. And after creating this table, we will generate a slicer with its column. Now we need to configure the slicer by hiding the no zoom selection option in the filter panel. After that, we will have to remove the slicer header in the properties section for a cleaner look. Next, we need to create a new measure that will return different values depending on the zoom slicer selection. We are going to use the DAX-if function. When the zoom option is selected, the measure will return a blank value, so the y-axis will be truncated. Otherwise, it will return 0. Finally, we place this measure in the minimum value section of the y-axis configuration, and that's it. When we select the zoom option, we'll be able to see the differences between percentages with much greater detail. With this solution, we will show the chart with the y-axis starting at 0 by default, but with the zoom option, we offer our users the possibility to truncate the y-axis to see the details. In this way, users are conscious of the real magnitude of the differences, and we avoid misinterpretations. We can use this solution with other types of charts besides the line chart. In fact, it can be applied whenever we have the option to enter a measure in the minimum value of the chart axis. Thank you very much for watching my session.